Okay, so I'm trying to read my poem, and apparently fate does not want me to do that, but I don't care because I'm gonna do it. This poem's called "I've Seen." I wrote it last year, senior year of high school. I think it's one of my better poems. It's the favorite poem I've written. My favorite poem that I've written. All right, it's called "I've Seen." You know what I've seen? I've seen the sky. And even though I'm only 18, you know what I've seen? I've seen people try to touch that sky. And since I'm only 18, I don't know how much all of this means, but you know what I've seen? I've seen people throw away their youth. Yeah, I've seen the bright wide eyes of a kid with a pipe. His pupils are glazed over, he's a little bit too high, and as he inhales that bit of life, I watch him die inside, because I know he cries at night. I know he can't sleep no matter how hard he tries. This kid's 12 years old with bags under his eyes. I mean, when I was 12, my friends would seek and I would hide, but I guess this kid's too busy trying to find something he left behind. He's a victim of the times. This 12-year-old boy is creeping up on 35, and the worst part is, so am I. You know, we call it a good time. And we're only hurting ourselves, so everything's alright, right? I mean, it's not like I'm killing myself. Just giving up my life. I mean, we've all got to grow up sometime. But maybe we shouldn't grow up so fast. So, who are we? What's our label? What do we go by? Well, we have many names. We're the creator of this concept of time. We are the maker of the lie, but our true name is humanity. You know what I've seen? I've seen the stars. And even though I'm only 18, you know what I've seen? I've seen people try to touch those stars. And since I'm 18, I don't know how much all of this means, but you know what I've seen? I've seen people sell out. Yeah, I've seen the martyred hearts of people with red ribbon scars, the type that when they fell they landed extra hard, the type that takes scraps out of other people's trash cans and eats it in the back of their car because, well, that's where they live, man. Well, at least until they land that part, you know, until they hit that brake and end up on that boulevard of stars. You know what I'm talking about. It's Hollywood. The art. You know, Hollywood, the place where the everyman stars, but if you wear enough rouge to cover up your face and you have enough charm, yeah, if you sell yourself enough, you don't have to work hard. Yep, it's a free ride, you just gotta keep the fans out of your yard. Well, and the needle out of your arm. Because when you can't see yourself, the dope really helps. And it's hard to recognize your face through the makeup, the running mascara. Yeah, when you're living the dream, it's kind of hard to wake up. So, there's some things money can't buy, and your soul should be one of them. So you ask yourself, who am I? What's my label? What do I go by? Whenever I look into the mirror, why can't I look into my own eyes? Just remember, you chose this life. You know when you left your friends and family behind for a shot at that big time? Yeah. And you go by many names. You're the man who refuses to use his own mind. You are the poster boy of the American life, but I will call you humanity. You know, I have seen the core of an atom. Of course, it was right before it was smashed in the face of innocent families in an attempt to destroy this planet. You know, I've seen animals show compassion. I've seen humans show malice. Yeah, if we're the rightful rulers, why do we defile this palace? I've seen us sell our daughters for sex. Yeah, we stood there and we watched ourselves write the checks. I've seen us kill our own families. We put the gun to our heads and pulled the trigger just because we're different nationalities. You know, I've seen us place our addictions up on pedestals and enable ourselves in devices as our downward motion becomes perpetual. Yeah, I've seen us steal our own innocence. Because in this day and age, it's hard to separate a pretty face from magnificence. I've seen us shove our beliefs down our children's throats. We've taken the black sheep and turned it into the sacrificial goat. We've locked our hearts and thrown away the key. We've closed our minds and labeled them as free. We've walked into hell and lost the way to leave. We can't see that we're just a drip in the sea, that the earth is just a seed from a tree, and we could grow so much more if the right people lead. I mean, we can sprout into something beautiful indeed, with compassion as our trunk and ambition for our leaves. Love will be our roots that we will water with our dreams. Yeah, it's a time to change. It's a new breath, so... And I know we can do it, because I've seen us help ourselves. Suturing our wounds under our own FEMA canopies. I've seen us in Birmingham reminding ourselves that divided we're weaker than as a family. I've seen us send aid to our own countries because we know of love even over eternally expanding seas. I've seen us give up change when we had no money. I've seen us accept ourselves even though we act kind of funny. I've seen us support causes even when they don't blow up like conies. I've seen enemies turn into homies. I've seen integrity shine from the hearts of phonies, and I can't see a reason to give up, so please don't show me. Yeah. Because we won't give up until these wrongs don't sit on thrones. We still have love and still have hope. We know we can thrive, and in sadness we can joke. We have finally found a name for this hope. A name that can ring until the stars and skies elope. Yeah, until no man can say he's ever felt broke. Until the seraphs and tempests collide as one last note. A name that shows that we have the will to change. So that our children's children can know failure is just a word we say, not an inevitable cause of the choices we make. And no tomorrow is promised, so... we have to make the most of each day. If we can make love a currency, then nobody has to pay. I found a new hope, and it comes with a name, and that name is humanity. Alright. So that's my poem. Finally got it recorded after 18 tries.